About that portrait of Barnabas Collins, what did you decide to do about that?
Tell him I can't go through with it. No, not at least until I find something out about Maggie. As a matter of fact, I was thinking of going up and telling him tonight.
Listen, I got my car outside. You want me to drive you up there?
Why not? Anything's better than sitting around here.
Boy, okay. I don't know why I didn't see these two stories intersecting in this episode, but I can't wait to play hide and seek in the old house where he has to hide Josette. Hopefully they'll be done with dinner, I suppose. What's Josette eating? Is Josette a vampire?
Dark shadows.
It is time once again for my watch of the original supernatural soap opera Dark Shadows. I am your humble host, Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven, and we are all the way up to episode 239 of Dark Shadows. If you're watching these on YouTube, you can get them early, ad-free, more often at articulatecoven.com/join. Just $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. And I will warn you, there may be a price increase coming, so you can lock in that price right now and keep it as long as you stay current. So check us out, articulatecoven.com/join. All right, let's get into episode 239.
Well, any news? Oh, they're not doing as much as they could. Well, she should be easy enough to find.
Sam, they put out a 3-state alarm. They've combed every beach between here and Bangor and all the highways. What more do you want them to do?
I don't know. Maybe nothing.
At least we know she's still alive.
Unless she was.
Don't let your imagination run away with you. We'll find her.
How could she have walked out of that hospital in the condition that she was in? And where should she want to go? I just don't understand. Where?
Oh, the most beautiful of transitions. Okay, first of all, well done. Literally, technically speaking, well done. And you do have to remember, like, this is a time before, this is not a digital swipe. This is not a tool they were using inside, Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere. So technically, well done. Brava. But also, literally, I love it when they write it into the script. The transition is telling us a story, right? It's holding the hand of the audience. This is what a cold open should be. Also, how bad do we feel for Sam? And Joe, for that matter. We don't feel bad for Barnabas. Oh, okay. Exquisite cold open. I mean, 5 stars out of 5 stars. That's 10 out of 10, however you want to rank it. That's what you want out of a cold open. You want to, first of all, you want to extend the story in some way, and this one did. It let us know that the search continues, and it gave us a little bit of framing on where these two gentlemen's heads are at, our two heroes, ostensibly. Joe's still ever the optimist, and Papa is beginning to circle the optimism drain. Meanwhile, Maggie's getting married. Maggie's getting married. Okay. I can't help myself. Dude, you can barely see it in the corner of the frame there. We had the painting and this dinner table still framed in the same shot. And it brings to mind a truism that I was told as a young man and throughout especially my early working life, that you do not use the restroom where you eat. in a slightly more colorful turn of phrase. And it feels like that's sort of what he's doing here. How is he expecting to get this painting finished? Has he thought this through?
Willie? Please light the candles. Miss Josette is ready to dine.
Barnabas?
What is it?
Why do you call her by that name?
Because that is her name now.
But Barnabas, you know it isn't. You know her name is Maggie Evans.
Willie, that's enough. This is Josette Collins. It is her portrait that is hanging upstairs.
The painting. Her portrait. I love it. Listen, Jonathan Frid so rarely has a stumble. It is nice to call out when he is human. All right. I had a bit of feedback that I wanted to use here. Okay. So I had referenced in a previous episode, I'd talked about Willie and what is he? Is he going to be turned? It's clear now he's not. He's been in the daylight, et cetera, et cetera. He's not been turned. And I mentioned Renfield. Holly Van Wy says on a previous video, I think this is on like 222, Willie is the Renfield character here. He's cowed by Barnabas, but set against that feeling. He's also selflessly afraid for the women that his vampire master might harm. Ironically enough, being bitten seems to have brought out the dormant nobility in Willie's character. From now on, he'll be someone we're rooting for. Yeah, it is a very interesting turn. And I mean, my guess is this was sort of always the expectation or the hope of the creators. This was the idea for Willie when they brought him in. And the old Willie was not getting that done. One of the many reasons why he had to be recast.
You look very lovely by candlelight, Josette. But of course you always did. What are you trying to say?
Candlelight.
We always dined by candlelight in front of a fire. The candlesticks are lovely, aren't they? They were part of your dowry. You brought them with you from France. You had a silversmith fashion them from your own design.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I asked the other day. I'd been confused. I was like, isn't Josette Barnabas's mother? No, Josette was not born of Collins. That's right. Josette was married into the family. That's why she's got such a French name. That's why, in particular, Victoria always pronounces it with the Josette. Yeah, okay. Now it's coming back to me. There's so much lore to remember already. We're only 200 episodes in, y'all.
You always had impeccable taste. You have your music box with you. You're very fond of it, aren't you? You know why? Because I gave it to you. It was the only present you ever accepted from me. You had to keep it hidden because there were those who were against our love. But no one will be against us now. We have each other. And soon, very soon, you will be my bride.
Bride?
Yes. Play the music.
Okay. Genuinely. It's so interesting the way they are playing this, like her personality is being supplanted or rebooted or however you want to describe it. Here she is, a grown body, the body of Maggie Evans, and yet this almost toddler personality is arising in it. Barely verbal, doesn't really remember everything clearly. That's really interesting. And it is so much the case in Bride of Frankenstein films. Whenever you do that sort of storyline, any version of that, this is very often the way that the early scenes play out. I did not expect that for this, but I'm loving it.
Music box for me.
Catherine Lee Scott's amazing.
That was your favorite tune. Hearing it brought you back to me after you had gone. I felt indescribable anguish at the memory of it. But now you are with me, and you will stay with me forever.
Excuse me, Miss...
Tell him your name, my dear.
Josette.
To you, my darling, forever.
Forever.
What they drinking? What they drinking over there at the old house? Okay. I want to bring up one other piece of feedback. This is from like one of the most recent episodes, I think, from Kevin. Kevin, great patron. Appreciate you as always. This is when the theme of a vampire obsessed with reincarnation, real or otherwise, of his long-lost love was first introduced to vampire lore. And Kevin, I think I knew that this trope arose around this time. I don't think that I knew that it came from Dark Shadows, but your timeline makes great sense. Okay, in 1973, Blackula, great film despite the title, and I've heard that from many people. It's obviously a blaxploitation film, effectively, as far as like the genre goes in the timeline, but it has also got depths, as many of those blaxploitation films do. It's one of the reasons why Tarantino loves them so much. Okay, in 1973, Blackula finds the reincarnation of his lost love. Barnabas and Josette had to be the inspiration for that. The Barnabas-Josette story was huge. It spans most of the series, one way or another. In 1974, Dan Curtis's TV movie Dracula was the first Dracula story to share the romantic obsession. First of all, didn't know Dan Curtis did a TV version of Dracula. Can't wait to see that. That was in 1974. After that, Coppola's movie took the Dracula theme of the romantic obsession and the lost love and added it, obviously. From then on, it seems like every vampire story has a reincarnated or look-alike lost love. This is where it began, with the Barnabas storyline latching on to the Josette story with the old house as its setting. Okay, first of all, as always, Kevin, thank you for the great feedback and thank you for the insight into the show. Boy, wouldn't it be fascinating if we had another one that I now have to get into as far as like eventually making a video essay about how Dark Shadows inspired all your favorite pop culture tropes? The really cool thing for me personally is that as I'm recording this, we're covering the Vampire Lestat series, right? And no spoilers here, except to say that there is a character, at least one. Actually, no, it happens a couple of times that some of our primary characters find there is a tertiary character in that universe that just happens to be a lookalike. It's just coincidence, just happens. And they get very entangled in that in one way or another. Everybody's got a doppelganger out there, right? Cannot wait to get into this storyline further, and I'm super excited about the evolution of this. So thanks for keeping me clued in. And not spoiling me, too.
Every time I look at a brush, all I do is think of Maggie.
What about that portrait of Barnabas Collins? What did you decide to do about that?
Tell him I can't go through with it. No, not at least until I find something out about Maggie. As a matter of fact, I was thinking of going up and telling him tonight.
Well, listen, I got my car outside. You want me to drive you up there?
Why not? Anything's better than sitting around here.
Boy, okay. I don't know why I didn't see these two stories intersecting in this episode, but I can't wait to play hide and seek in the old house where he has to hide Josette. Hopefully they'll be done with dinner, I suppose. What's Josette eating? Is Josette a vampire?
Tell me that you know that we're going to be happy together. Tell me you know that how happy we're going to be.
Yes.
You don't know what that means to me to hear you say those words. You can't know. Oh, don't withdraw from me. You said you aren't frightened of me. You aren't, are you?
No.
You want to be my bride. You want it as much as I do.
Yes.
I remember the first time I saw you. You couldn't speak a word of English. A beautiful, dark girl of 18. My job was to teach you English. Those hours we spent together were the happiest of my life. And we will relive them again and again as time goes by. Time will mean nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. First of all, to Barnabas, this dinner goes, it literally goes back and forth 19 million times over the line from romantic to creepy and creepy to romantic and back and forth. 'Tis exactly my sort of genre, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. First of all, they're still in the middle of dinner, seemingly, except there has been no food served. I will point out they did get their glasses filled. No food on the plates. Interesting.
I don't hear anybody stirring.
He should be at home. He always is.
What should I do?
You'd better answer it. Tell whoever it is I can't be disturbed.
Tell whoever it is. Okay. More and more about the vampire lore, although how consistent are the writers? But Barnabas can't read their minds. He can't just feel who it is at the door.
It's you. What do you want?
Mr. Collins at home.
Can't be disturbed.
Well, it'll only take a moment. It's rather important.
He's busy.
Well, I won't take too much of his time. Just tell him that I'm here.
You wait here. They're here.
They?
Her father and Joe Haskell. They say, well, they want to see you. They say it's important. What should I tell them?
I better see them. I don't want to arouse any suspicion.
The love of Joe caught her ear, caught her eye. Maggie breaking through there a little bit. Is that what we're supposed to read? I've mentioned the Bride of Frankenstein as the feel that I'm getting from a lot of this. It also feels a little Beauty and the Beast, a little Phantom of the Opera, sort of, right? He's stolen her away.
As a matter of fact, I wanted to speak to you about my portrait.
Oh?
Yes, even though you had the time, I wouldn't be able to sit for you. As I told you, I have a plan to start a business of my own, and I find myself increasingly busy. I was going to suggest that perhaps we could suspend the sittings for the time being.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I could take it home, work on it there. When I start to paint again, if I ever do.
I'd rather you leave the portrait here. You can take the paints if you like.
Is she gonna make noise? Is she gonna draw attention to this side of the house? I think they're gonna get out of the house without noticing her this time. But we could play this cat and mouse game, I think, for a long run of episodes, and I would be pretty satisfied. Think about how long they drug the Laura Collins stuff out towards the end. Like,
I'll put your gear in the car, Sam.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Well, if you want to commission another artist...
Oh, please, I wouldn't consider it.
Are you sure?
Of course. You're the man for me.
Sam?
Yeah. Yeah, Joe.
You want me to take the easel, too?
No, I think it's better if we leave the easel here to keep the painting on it.
Okay, right, whatever you say.
What is it? What's the matter?
I heard voices.
no, you didn't. These are not the voices you heard.
What room is this?
Huh? Well, you know what room it is. It's your room.
My room?
Well, sure, of course.
No, it isn't.
What are you talking about?
I'm I've never been here before.
Never been here?
Why am I here? I want to leave.
You can't leave. You just settle down. You'll get in big trouble if you don't.
No, I want to
You're
go.
gonna get in big trouble, you hear me? Now you just settle down and relax.
Boy,
To coin a phrase, Maggie got woke. Uh-oh. I think they're going to be out of the house before she really wakes up.
Take it easy.
Before she gets riled.
I see we did come at a bad time.
What do you mean?
Well, your dinner table is set for two. You must have been expecting someone.
That's right.
I didn't know you knew anybody in town.
I have my family.
Of course, I forgot about that.
voices calling to me.
Will you stop that?
The back and forth.
Voices.
Okay, a little clumsy in the edit there, back and forth, but still, the fact that they're juxtaposing the storylines in this way is like, just drive the tension to 1,000,000.
What was that?
Willie must have dropped something. He isn't the most agile of servants.
I would say he certainly isn't.
Well, please let me know if I can be of any assistance to you at any time, Mr. Evans.
So
Thank
close.
you very much, Mr. Collins. It's very kind of you.
I'm trying to protect you. Don't you understand? Huh?
Again, I say there's no driveway close to the old house. The way they laid this geography out previously, there's no good reason to have a car parked that close that you could hear it, but still. Man, okay. Really solid episode in my oh, what?
Sometimes I get the oddest feeling.
What's that?
Well, that Maggie is somewhere nearby, very close to us. So close we could almost reach out and touch her. For some reason we can't.
I'd give the rest of my life to know that she was safe, or know anything at all.
Now, you shouldn't have called out. You just hope Barnabas didn't hear you. Barnabas.
Get out of here, Willie.
It was my fault. I knocked it over. It was an accident, Barnabas. Yeah, an accident.
I said get out of here.
Don't hurt her.
I said go.
Boy, Jonathan Frid is scary as heck when he wants to be, isn't he?
Why are you crying, Josette? Why did you call out? Why did you try to get out of here? I heard something fall. I heard you scream. You were trying to escape from here, weren't you? You tried to leave me, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
I know when you're lying, Josette. You mustn't lie to me. You mustn't leave me. You're never going to leave me.
No.
Never.
No,
Okay. Even better episode than I had previously estimated. Okay. In particular though, I want to call out, we've been praising Jonathan Frid all episodes. Sam Evans, David Ford. That's the one that I wanted to bring up for a second. Catherine Lee Scott, also excellent episode from her, but David Ford, first of all, he's been great in this run as the grieving and worried father, both before Maggie disappeared and then since. But also, as I'm recording this, it's a little bit after the 4th of July holiday. And in case you haven't ever, or you haven't in quite some time, go do yourself a favor and watch The Amazing David Ford in 1776, the film adaptation of the Broadway musical about the writing of the Declaration of Independence. He plays John Hancock, the president of the Continental Congress, and he's fantastic in the role. Doesn't do a whole lot of singing. He doesn't really have like a feature song or anything, but he sings in the chorus, and he does a little bit of he's got a little bit of vocal work in there, but his character is outstanding. Lots of smacks with the fly swatter. It's hot as hell in Philadelphia. Folks, that was episode 239, episode 240 coming right up. If you are watching these on YouTube, you can get them early, ad-free, more often at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. Until next time, I am Joel Sharpton, and this has been the Articulate Coven's Watch of Dark Shadows.
Dark shadows.